Good morning. How's everybody doing on this lovely Wednesday morning? I decided to do something a little bit differently and do it in the morning. I have a really busy afternoon, so I thought, hey, why not see if people prefer having this time in the morning? I don't know what your um, schedules are like. I know morning can sometimes be a little bit hectic with getting out the door for work, getting the kids ready, although I guess it's summertime, but you get the gist. So let me know if you like these live videos being in the morning. I'm more than happy to switch the time. But for now, we'll just go with it. So, right, I have my special coffee, my special high protein homemade latte. It's not actually a latte because I don't have an espresso machine, but I'll be putting that recipe up either later this week or next week. I got a lot of questions about it, so I'm excited to share it with you. So anyway, we will get right to the point. So I asked yesterday what y'all eat before a workout. And this is actually a question that I get a lot, that I work with my clients a lot with on really honing in that pre-workout nutrition, because there's a lot of things that could make your workout better, but there are also some things that could probably make your workout maybe not so good, with some upset stomach and that sort of thing. So we got a lot of great responses, and I love seeing what everybody wrote. So let's get right into it. So your body, and I'm sure you remember this because we talk about it a lot in previous videos and that sort of thing, your body's number one fuel source are carbohydrates. So basically what that means, it's the easiest form of energy to fuel your body. So basically what that means is that's what we want to eat before a workout. So specifically, easily digestible, simple carbohydrates. About 30 minutes to 60 minutes before your workout, you want to have a small amount. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. I usually say around 30 grams, but you don't have to count like exactly how many grams of carbohydrates you have. But I would say if you can have a little something that is with carbohydrates, easily digestible. So basically your body breaks it down in that glucose, because carbohydrates break down into glucose. That glucose is ready to be used for fuel. And what that means is that your body can then push harder during the workouts. So if you're fueled and you have the energy to push yourself during the workouts, you can actually get more out of that workout, whether it's pushing more weight, running further or faster. So you want to be able to push yourself if you're wanting to see changes, whether in body composition or strength or endurance. So some examples of easily digestible, simple carbs that you could have before your workout. A banana, I saw that on there a lot. That's a really easy, convenient on the go option. I also like those little like applesauce or fruit puree pouches, because you can throw one of those in the gym bag or have it in the car or something like that. It's just like a really easy way to get some carbohydrates into your system. You could also do some like dry whole grain cereal. You could do half a sandwich. You could do different stuff like that. That's a little bit of carbohydrates. We don't want it to be too high in fiber. So that's the thing. We don't want it to be like this super heavy, high fiber meal, because fiber takes a while for your body to break down and digest. And so even though there are carbohydrates in foods that have fiber, they're not as easily digestible. So super fibrous foods like broccoli and like whole grain, like if you're eating a bowl of quinoa, I mean, it's better than nothing, but it's going to take a while to digest, and it actually might make your stomach a little bit upset if your body's trying to digest that fiber and it's not able to put its blood and fuel sources towards your workout. So we want to avoid high fiber. We also want to avoid high fat. So high fat is also going to cause some upset stomach before a workout because similarly to fiber, fat is, it takes a while to break down and digest. And there, if you know or remember from when we've talked about it before, 9 calories per gram, which basically means it takes more energy to break it down, and it's not a readily available fuel source for your body. So greasy foods, cheese, anything else that's super high, like, you don't want to eat an avocado right before your workout. I did see somebody who said that they do peanut butter. So that kind of falls into that high fat category. So maybe you experience some upset stomach. So maybe swapping that out for a piece of toast, and you can put a little bit of peanut butter on there. So you get the carbohydrates. So protein, I saw a couple people say that they have a protein shake or something like that. Protein is one that what generally I would recommend to maybe keep it a little bit more low. Like we want to have mostly carbohydrates. You can have a little bit of protein in there. Protein is also not a super readily available fuel source. So, it's going to be a little bit more difficult for your body to break it down and convert it, because then it has to go through gluconeogenesis to get it from protein into glucose to use. But all that being said, you have to figure out what works for you, right? So I would recommend trying out some different options from what I suggested. I do actually have a list of pre-workout and post-workout, but we're talking about pre-workout this week. Pre-workout snack ideas. So I'm going to actually put the link for that in the comments. So if you haven't already gotten that PDF, then I'll be sure to link it so you can download it. So that's what we want about 30 to 60 minutes before, for that kind of quick fuel source, so your body can have the energy to push through your workout, to give you, the energy to push yourself and do more work. There is, a whole area of fasted workouts, right? Specifically with the people who work out early in the morning. And I used to wake up at 5 o'clock every morning to go to the gym before work, and I didn't eat anything because it's too early. And that's okay. If you are able to get through your workout safely, that's the big one, is that if you're fasted and dehydrated, you're more prone to being under fueled. So you might be, form might be compromised. You might be more prone to injury or dehydration. So we really want to make sure that if you are working out fasted, that your body can handle it and you're safer. So if you are doing that, something that you could consider is making sure that you have a good carbohydrate source with dinner, or the last thing that you eat before, so that your body, your glycogen stores, which is the carbohydrates stored in your muscles, are kind of topped off going into that fasted workout. Now, research, there has been quite a lot of research done about the benefits of fasted workouts versus fed workouts when it comes to specifically fat loss. So for strength gains and hypertrophy, fasted workouts are not going to be what you want to be doing. But if your goal is fat loss, basically what the research shows is, in the short term, like the term of the study, participants do generally see a tiny bit more fat loss during fasted workouts. Not significantly, not statistically significant, but like a small amount more. But over the long term, it actually equals out to the same as fed workouts. So basically what I'm saying is, research cannot say long term that it's absolutely better to do fasted workouts. Now, if you prefer doing fasted workouts, you can get through them safely, you like the way it's, your body feels, and you can do it, then amazing. And that's the bottom line here, is we want to do what actually works for you and what you can actually follow through with. So if going to the gym first thing in the morning is the only time you're able to go and you can't eat anything, then shoot, do it. But I wouldn't, but if you're used to going maybe after work, but you're like, oh, I have to go before work so I can work out fasted, but it's just like too hectic, it doesn't work with my schedule, then go when you can. It's more about what you can actually follow through with than what might produce statistically insignificant better results. So on that note, we next week we're going to be talking about post-workout nutrition, which I think y'all would really benefit from. So if you are eating something before your workouts or you want to start, those would be my suggestions. And we also, I think this is a good time to just quickly mention caffeine too, because caffeine is one of those, I guess I call it a substance. That kind of feels weird calling it a substance. What else can I call it? Caffeine is one of those, we're going to go general things. Caffeine is one of those things that does have enough research to show that it can help you in your workouts. It can help you have increased endurance. It can help you get a couple more reps in. It can help you push a little bit more weight. We want to be careful that you're not going overboard with the caffeine. So I would recommend staying under 600 milligrams of caffeine for the whole day. Now, if you're like drinking a couple energy drinks, you're very easily able to get up to that point. If you're having a cup of coffee, then you're fine. So same thing, about an hour before, 30 minutes to 60 minutes before a workout, if you want to incorporate caffeine. The research uses black coffee. It doesn't use pre-workouts. It doesn't use all these different things. So usually it's about 60 to 100 milligrams of caffeine that they use for the studies, and that does show those benefits. So I'll admit I use pre-workout occasionally, like on a day that I'm like wanting to have a really like good hard leg day, or I'm just, maybe feeling a little tired or something like that. I do take a little bit of pre-workout. I usually take like half a scoop. And so then that equates to around 100 milligrams of caffeine. But anyway, it is an option, but I would recommend not having only caffeine in your system. If you're going to do the caffeine, I would also recommend having something of that carbohydrate source to help fuel your workout too, and so you don't experience any GI upset, because taking the caffeine on an empty stomach not only could cause some upset stomach for a lot of people. Maybe you're nodding your head like, yeah, I understand that, I feel that. But also, we don't want you drinking something with caffeine in it to basically take up the room or take up your drinking capacity for water, because especially if you're working out fasted, we want to rehydrate as much as you can before that workout, okay? So we kind of covered a lot, which I hope was helpful. I want you to comment your key takeaway and what you're going to do differently now, if anything. Okay, go forth and conquer the day. I'm so happy to be here with you guys. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day, and we'll see you next week. Bye.